Lovely lady,
Yes.
welcome. You need a bigger neck.
See it.
You need a bigger neck. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another Feel It Real Fun for you.
That's right.
The 28th of October, 2022.
That is the rightness, everyone said.
And it's your manifesting questions answered live. And we're 10 minutes late. I'm sorry. Usha gave us some lovely prezzies.
Oh my God,
So
these
we
are
had to play
gorgeous.
dress-ups.
We were playing dress ups, and you know what happens when you put on outfits.
That's right.
That's right.
Hello, Olive.
Olive.
Haven't seen you in a bit.
Olive.
Hello,
Christian. So,
Go
Victoria.
to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Go there, do that. That's getting a facelift in the next couple of weeks, by the way.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Another one.
A makeover.
A makeover.
A
That's
makeover.
like what we did. We
That's
played
right.
dress ups.
We played dress ups, and now we're
Easy
late.
Manifesting methods.
We had 11 minutes of fame.
Hello, Lisa. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Sizzles at the Bonefish Grill with
Hello,
Adelia and
Sizzler.
Joe. Yo,
Enjoy.
triple D, yo.
Hello, Andrew Villanueva.
Andrew Villanueva.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right. By the way, those who were in Dream Driven Day or Remarkable at any time previously, the doors are open for Remarkable. We're doing a very soft launch. Well, that doesn't mean dick around, right? We've got, I think, 3 spots left for the deluxe and
really.
so on. So,
We haven't emailed anyone yet.
oh yeah, we're just doing a soft launch because the group part of it doesn't start till January, right? But the private part starts now. So if you guys want in the private option, let me know. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
If you don't, that's fine.
Hello, Brian.
All right,
Hello, Jessie.
Dr. Brian.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And the last bit was, and for refunds.
Yeah, feelitrealfun.com.
I don't know if I said that or
I
not.
think you did, but we said it 3 times now.
3 times.
Well, you said it, I said it, and you said it 2
Okay.
times.
Okay.
All
so
right.
Are we going to dive in with our first question?
Absolutely, because John, his name has been changed to protect the innocent, needs help.
Okay.
All right.
So John, whose name has been changed to protect the innocent.
That's right.
I need help.
That is the rightness.
And John asks,
All right, so start with that top little comment of mine.
202 words
202 words later, right? By the way, I'm not picking on you, John. I'm pointing out something. This could change your life. What you hear coming up could totally change your life, or you could think I'm an asshole.
Yeah, no,
That's
speed,
entirely
John. It's
up
all
to
about
you.
Speed. Yeah.
Yep, totally.
So John asks, unfortunately, I can't manifest or revise. Somehow it seems unreachable. Even my mind changed, and I don't feel any feelings, and feeling is the secret. I'm searching for someone, maybe you or someone you recommend who knows Goddard's teachings. Who can revise this event for me in a consistent manner so that I never... ...
We'll left some details out.
and my life returns to normal. I don't care to pay if I found such a person. Also, I don't care to pay.
Yeah, I don't know if that means you're willing to pay or not willing to pay. I don't know. I don't care, right?
Anyway, also, I provide more details in order to get the help I need. I'm just 28 and I really want to live. Before this, I had huge faith. And if I find someone like that, I know I will be healed. Let me know your thoughts on this, please. I know it's an unusual request. John.
All right, John. Now, here's what's really cool. Like I said, you're either going to think hashtag 20 is an asshole or hashtag this is the advice that changed my entire life. Right? So, and this is a great way to start the show. Ready? Scroll up. Thank you. 202 words later, you are hypnotized. Right? You are a master of self-hypnosis. By the way, I taught hypnosis. Right? I was the first person in the world to put out a video on the Milton Erickson handshake induction. Right? I got tired of teaching it because I noticed everyone's in trance all the time. Most of them are very unproductive, and I'd rather invite people to wake up. So here we go. Ready? Brian Urias. 20's an asshole who changed my life. Thanks, buddy. Hoo-ha.
Good one, Brian.
So,
Yes.
I'm rather disappointed that you would say it that way, though, because I would expect some more adjectives and adverbs. Like, you know what I mean? 20's a profoundly screwy asshole, right? Or you could be creative, right? Writing. Anyway, so unfortunately, I can't manifest or revise. Somehow it seems unreachable. Right? So I used to put people in trance, and they'd just stand there and be all cataleptic and shit. And they would experience unreachable. because they can't reach. They're in trance. They're stuck. They're frozen in time. You are frozen in time, right? Even my mind changed so I don't feel any feelings, and feeling is the secret. You're right, and you're entirely off, right? Again, you're going to think I'm an asshole, or you're going to get that this was your big wake up, righty? Feelings are not emotions, right? And by the way, I don't feel any feelings. I'm searching for someone. You're feeling that you're searching. You're feeling that you can't do it. You're feeling you need to provide more details to get the help you need. No, you don't. You need to surrender to your dreams, right? That's it. And by the way, the one thing here, someone who knows, if you could recommend someone who knows Goddard's teachings, anyone who knows Neville's teachings will say no. Hey, you can give me money, you cannot give me money. I'll imagine living for you because you can't, you poor little slug. Right? Because I get it. I've been there. Right? You get to discover who you are and how this works. Neville said you came here to know imagination. You want to live, you're 28 years old. What you really are is immortal. Your meat suit might be 28, and you're in orbit around something that happened in your life. So here's the really cool thing. You can't manifest or revise. You manifested an answer. You manifested much more than an email. Now, you may consider this a failure because you wanted to know my thoughts, right? I'm giving you my experience, a lot more valuable than thoughts. And the one last thing here, and your life returns to normal. I'm just going to imagine you diving into this to the point where you discover that it's the truth about you that sets you free, not somebody else imagining something for you because you are stuck in orbit around a problem. We've got some really good resources. I'll email you some links to the Joseph Goddard stuff because I want you to do that. If you start owning your day, you're going to start. You'll get out of orbit when it comes to this problem, and that's the biggie because you're in orbit around a problem. 202 words later, you get to the request, which is a pretty long request even there.
Has John, which is an anonymous name, have they done Manifesting Mastery?
Of course not. Yeah. Right? I'll invite you to that. By the way, I don't know if you want to pay someone to manifest for you or not. I don't understand the languaging there. I'm going to invite you to invest in you. You're getting gold from the free website. I don't know. You maybe listen to the podcast. Hopefully you'll watch the show. But dive into this. Right? Dive into Manifesting Mastery course with us if you want to. Yeah. And here's the big thing with that. That'll help you get that this is about your whole life, not about solving a problem that's preventing you from having life. But stick around, John, because we're going to be exploring this in a couple other ways because we find magically, for some reason, oh my God, I think, was that Dr. Brian? Yeah, replied to Brian. Replied to Brian. So the answer will also weave itself through the other questions and answers too. So thanks for listening, John. Excellent. Let's keep going.
It looks like we've got a few. So, yeah, thank you, John, so much for your question. The next question is from Taylor via email. Should I study or just manifest?
This is a good one.
Yep. Okay, and Taylor asks, I've stumbled across Neville Goddard a few months ago and has already changed my life. I've also been a fan of your work and have been on the Feel It Real Power Pack.
Oh, yeah.
The company I work for has a position open for a test technician job. Although I've dabbled with electrical work, I know that they want us to know how to read schematics, multimeters, things like that. I've imagined a congratulations from my boss and even me working in that position and my job partner telling me I'm doing a good job. My only question is, should I be learning how to do all the things that qualify me for the job to prepare me for when I do get it, or do I not learn it and just imagine the end of already having the job? Hopefully you see where I'm coming from.
Absolutely. I'm one of those weirdos, right? I didn't get along with school that well. I got bored and frustrated quickly, all that stuff. But I've read like thousands and thousands of books. I've spent a lot of money on courses and trainings and seminars and all that shit. And here's why I mention all that. I would suggest voice closer to Victoria when reading.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay. Voice closer.
Mic closer. Yes.
Okay.
So here's what I'd really suggest. So first, now having the job if you want the job. Second of all, I wouldn't want to get involved with any job that I'm not passionately nuts about. I'm passionately nuts about marketing, human behavior, business, all kind of weird things, puppies, right? When we first got Emmett, I probably dropped $500 in dog training courses,
Yeah.
right? I only found one that I really liked. It was by this weird ass guy named Chet who trained parrots.
Yeah.
But it's like, if he can train parrots, he can train puppies, right? So, you got a couple different magical acts here. First of all, if you think you'd have fun doing this job, I'd imagine, enjoying, like, I'm a lifelong learner. I'm always learning something. So I'd imagine enjoying learning this shit. Study, I imagine being a citizen. And here's the big answer. So I imagine being a citizen, right? I'm a pretty smart guy, right? And so it's like, right.
Sorry. Yes.
Hey, I can make meatloaf.
Yeah, yum. And stuffed peppers.
That's right.
With meatloaf stuff.
So,
Love it.
so here's the thing, guys. Ready? So I imagine being a citizen. And, I was a policeman and all that stuff, so I learned all about the Constitution and penal law, and it all comes from Europe, and I thought, oh, fuck it, it's going to be the same here anyway. And so I imagine being a citizen, and suddenly I get this urge to buy a training test computer thingy do. Because to become a citizen, you have to take a test on a computer. 20 question test, they give you an hour. I did it in 5 minutes, right? But I must have taken the training test like 100 times just for fun. I loved it. I had so much fun, discovering the shit that I didn't know about Australia. Most of it lies, right?
Well, you taught me, thanks.
Yeah, like we've got
well,
we have an effective political system. We have a government that loves us. Right, lies. But anyway. So there's my answer. Move into the state of your wish fulfilled. Notice if you feel like studying. My guess is you probably will. Otherwise, it's going to feel a little weird. But and the other thing, I wouldn't do anything I'm not passionate about. If you're actually interested in this, God, go get yourself a multimeter and have fun. God, I love multimeters.
Yeah, I really reckon it's just imagining the end of having the job and loving it. And then who knows? I mean, they might say you're ace at this. You're a natural.
That's right.
We'll send you to school. We'll pay for you to go to school.
That's right.
It doesn't have to be. Oh, if I plot and plan and work all this out, this is how I get there. So,
absolutely. And if you're going to study, imagine learning easily. You notice I had a lot of fun. I spent, I don't know, $50 on that computer testy thing, and it's like, oh, Victoria, did you know this? You're wrong 20. I know that. We're married. Of course I'm wrong, right?
right.
All right. Uma
Excellent.
Shaga. All right.
Thank you, Taylor. I started reading. Thank you, Taylor, for your question.
That was pretty good. You're combining names.
I know.
I know. This would be great.
And you'll understand in a second, because the next question is from Samara.
Samara.
Samara in Dream Driven Day.
We love you, Samara.
How do I imagine me...
I love me.
Anya, is Anya here? Because she should be on her honeymoon or
they're tagging
in
her.
bed. They're tagging. Yeah. Okay. And Samara asks, I imagine lovingly for others as I'm happy seeing them happy. How do I imagine lovingly for me and my body?
This is so good because I am the most selfish man in the world. Am I not, Victoria? She just found out, she almost found out this wonderful thing that I ordered that we're going to need the wheelbarrow for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I got it because I love me. Right?
I saw the invoice sitting under your computer, but I didn't read what it was. All I read was who it was from.
That's right.
Right. What's he bought?
That's right. BMW. Anyway.
BMW.
So I, being the most selfish man in the whole world, right? Here's what I imagine. I imagine my experience of Victoria's yum.
Yes.
Right? All the time. Right? I imagine my experience of her satisfaction. Being married to a woman that is satisfiable, good thing. Right? Having other people in my life. Yes, you are. Right? Having other people in my life that are not satisfiable.
Simple.
Yeah, she's got simple needs. Simple needs. Right?
Yes.
So if you're actually happy for them that they're happy, it's your experience. So if you're imagining happy for your body, for you, again, you're not your body, but you're pretty damn close to it, right? So it's pretty damn close to you. Triple D, David. Yo.
Hello, David.
So, how do you imagine loving for you? The same thing. A year ago, I was horribly screwed up physically. with the lockdown and so on, I was walking every day. I was exercising in the hot tub every day. But compared to right now, I was horribly in pain. Wasn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, she's laughing that I was in pain.
No, it's not. It was the
Horribly. It was.
And it
Right.
wasn't to do with the pain.
Horribly.
Just horrible. No,
Horribly.
sorry. Yes.
Right, it really was, right? But I was still doing great, right? But I didn't know what I didn't know. It was there, like there's a loopiness there. And I remember when I hobbled back into the pool. I mean, I walked in, I was just, oh, fuck, man, it hurts. And the day that I changed destiny for like 1.5 million people, because I'm cool, right? So,
It's more than 1.5 million.
well,
Victoria will have something like 5 million people or something.
yes. But only 1.5 million of us were on punitive lockdown.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay,
Right.
got you.
So here's the fun thing, guys. Ready?
Yes.
So I imagined I'm happy that my people are happy for me, right? And as I've become much more physically fit, I've lost a fuck ton of fat, and my mobility, flexibility, and strength have really gotten phenomenal, right? I imagine people complimenting me. How do I feel when they compliment me? Now, if I doubted it, they'd compliment me, and I go, yeah. But when I'm walking out and the water aerobics lady's walking in and she goes, looking good, and I go, fucking right.
Nice.
Boom, that's me. And the same thing with her, right? She had some problems a way back. And I told her, I says, look, you're looking good. You keep it up. What are you doing? And you get, so there's the thing. It all comes down to status, right? Can you imagine you happy that someone else is happy for you?
Yeah.
See, that there's an emotional experience there. There's also a knowingness there, of course.
And yes. And there's like the two sides of status. Like that's definitely to bring it back to you.
Yes.
But also that status is involved how you said to them, you're looking great.
Totally.
For them to go, oh,
Yes.
and he noticed.
Yes.
So it's like a passing back to you as well in that sort of.
Everybody wins. By the way, if you don't have status with them and you compliment them, and they don't have status with them and you compliment them, everyone doubts everyone, and then no one says anything. Right. Yeah. So we'll keep playing there. Magi.
Excellent.
So
that
stay
was-
tuned.
Yes, for Samara. Thank you very much.
Samara.
Samara.
Jesse, don't be a hero.
Next question is from Jessie in Dream Driven Day. Revise being annoyed with myself. And Jessie asks, how do I better revise getting annoyed with myself for going to war instead of stopping to be still?
This guy just annoys me.
It's a guy or a girl?
That's Jesse.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
checking.
yeah, Jesse. Right. This guy just annoys me. He just annoys me. Right? Somebody hashtag him, right? Hashtag Jesse just annoys me. Right? You know better than this. Ready? If you're trying to go better, you're going to have worse show up. You can't help it. Two sides of the same coin. On the other hand, how can you imagine differently? See, tricky, man. Go back to those triple D lessons, right? How do I better revise getting annoyed? Okay, just start imagining up some different. How else could you get annoyed? How else could you be annoying? How else could you annoy me? Right? Yeah, just imagine up lots of different. So instead of trying to improve something, right, which has you go, I don't know if this would improve it or make it worse. Can't help it. That gets that cortex bouncing around. Those two fucking monkeys. There he is. What we did want to do is come from a different place. So you get to go radio. So literally, what did you do differently than being annoyed? Do you change how long you were annoyed? How intense you were annoyed? Do you find, hey, why don't you just imagine I was annoyed about something else? Yo, Tommy's here. Triple T, double D.
Tommy.
Two-time Tommy
Hasn't
is
been
here.
a two-timer for a while.
Two-time.
So,
Tommy.
and I like the also the funny making it fun, but someone
Exactly.
pulling someone in there and going, "Oh, you're such a dick, Jesse."
Yeah. Tell you what.
But it's Mickey Mouse saying it to you or something.
I'll make it even better than that. So you could have Mickey Mouse behind you.
Yes.
Right? On one shoulder,
On one
me.
shoulder.
And on the other shoulder, Richard Branson.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Is he actually British? Does he speak British? I can't remember.
Can't remember.
I don't know. Anyway.
And one other thing, because I know you love driving and doing your car trips and doing your podcasting while you do it and stuff.
His
But I'm
road
thinking
trips.
with and I know that I don't know if that's what you're getting down on or if it's something else. But I was thinking that's actually doing something different. It's like you could drive somewhere and then for a week do something different, like pick cherries. I don't know. I'm out of here. Do you know what I mean? Like, get paid for
Totally.
picking cherries. And it would be different. You'd still be satisfying your desire of moving around, podcasting, talking about what you just learnt for a week or didn't, I've had enough of this. It's sort of like, and that would be different instead of just like, no, this is what I want to do. Like,
Since you brought that up, so I
Yeah.
worked, the second time I worked in the old folks' home. So the first time I was the activities guy, then I got hired into restorative nursing, and then I quit because they weren't living up to my standards. Right? I've got very high standards. It's called honesty. Right? And when I discovered they weren't doing things the way that I would do them, I quit. Right? And I left under very unfavorable terms. So it was sometime later, like right around 9/11, when they hunted me down. Right, I was in transition. I was nomadic. I had a motorcycle, had a little apartment. I lived across the street from a priest that kept the world in balance. Right?
excuse me.
See, I thought it was funny. Anyway.
Kept the world in balance.
Yeah,
I got
the
you.
priest on one side of the street, me on the other.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, and so here's what happened. They hired me back. They hunted me down. They hired me back. And I didn't need to work. I had plenty of money in the bank. I had pretty much no expenses. I didn't have to work. So I went in and just had fun. Right? And I was there during 9/11. Now, a bunch of old people, semi-demented and demented, or just old and forgetful, and they keep sharing movies of airplanes crashing into buildings. Right? And here's old people staring at the television, living in a big building. Right? This
God.
This is not smart.
Not clever at all.
But I had a lot of fun getting paid not very good money to go around and help people unscramble their heads and imagine things better. So, like Victoria said, hey, while you're on your trip, while you're doing your thing, if you find some place to just play, hey, do you need a cherry picker?
Yeah.
Do you have
Join
any
a circus for a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Do something.
Exactly. Just start weaving some different fun things in that you haven't woven in before. So,
And it can only
nice
add
one.
to the podcast, I reckon.
It can only, exactly. You ever get bored with us? Yeah, people don't get bored with us. They're either entertained or confused. Sarah.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so that was for our dream-driven day, Jessie.
Boom. That is
Thank
the
you
rightness.
very much for your question, Jess.
All right.
E.
Let us dive in.
Right. The next question's from Dream-Driven Day, Lisa.
You have no idea how timely this one is.
Emergency manifesting. And Lisa asks, hello, 20 Victoria and Feel It Real fun family.
That is us.
Yeah, I'd
And
appreciate
you.
hearing from both of you as to ... how you move within the context of what may be or feel like an emergency situation. Like the time Bruce was injured and needed to go straight to the vet. Obviously you couldn't stop and be still or float. Or when you are made aware of knock the breath out of you kind of information. Thank you so much.
All right. Do you want to go first or shall I?
You go, babe.
Alrighty. Obviously, you can't stop and be still and float. Yes, I can. Here's the fun thing. So, you really get to be good with just getting present. One of the reasons why war veterans always go back and talk about the war months, years, decades later is that that's when they got fully present. Shit was hitting the fan. That's when they got fully present. Now, I'm not suggesting wire that in because some people do that. It's like, well, I had a shit experience. I got fully present. Let me go do extreme sports till I splat against a wall or something. Not a fan, right? But here's the cool thing. You really get to play with stopping and being still anytime, anywhere. And can it be a little bit of a challenge? You betcha. And this is where the real fine tuning shows up, where we say something like, it's not the space between the thoughts. It's the silence that hears the sound. You're the stillness that notices the motion. You're the silence that hears the sound of my voice, and so on and so on. And what's really cool, the more you just play with noticing that when it doesn't matter, you'll notice that when it does. So when we say stop and be still, it's like, rightio. The two monkeys will do what the two monkeys do. One monkey rationalizes the shit out of everything. The other monkey just wants, it's all emotional all the time. So the one monkey is going like, ooh, pizza, and salivating because it had pizza when it was 7, right? The other monkey's going, how many calories? What else should we do? We have to have less sodium. We should have less, anchovies and more pepperonis and stuff like that. And the two monkeys just do what the two monkeys do, right? On the other hand, you get to notice both of them. You get to notice whatever. So here's the real life scenario. When Bruce cut his paw, okay, it went back. Yeah, so Bruce cut his paw and he goes down.
Bad.
Right?
Real
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, we're talking puddles,
Yeah.
right? So he goes back and lays down. It's like when he gets hurt or you yell at him, he just turns into a little pile of mush, right?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He lies on his back,
Yeah.
like with his paws up in the air.
So we throw the ball. He gashes. He's got a massive gash in his paw that we don't see, and he just lays down like he was bad. And it's like, something is wrong with my dog. And when we walk back, it's like, that's a puddle of what should stay in the dog, right? Not good. And literally the stillness takes over. It's like, right, in technical terms, we could say I stopped, I did an assessment, it's.
But it's only achievable, and like the way I was able to just get in the car and drive to the hospital. Like you gave me orders.
Totally,
like, instead
absolutely.
of me arguing, it's just like bang, bang, bang. All of that is only achievable by really being present.
Totally,
and
absolutely.
You can only be present by being, like, get your mind out of it, be still, know. And I noticed Brian said as well, happy, loving puppy parent.
Totally.
Parent. And that's what kept us, because we know Bruce, we see Bruce, he loves the ball, you know what I mean? That's what always was there for us.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Even when, so we walk to the back, stop and be still, evaluate the dog, just get a good grip, like, what the fuck happened here? So with all that, the imaginal experience immediately becomes, I'm playing ball with my dog. And that's what got us to the hospital, like, in record time, gave us the right capacity to go.
Fantastic surgeon.
Fantastic surgeon.
Was there, like, yeah, we were lucky about that.
This guy did the surgery 3 different ways while we talked to him.
Yeah.
Right, he was just one of those really, really weird people. I'm weird. I love weird people.
Yeah.
And when I notice them, I study them, and I go, wow, look at the way his fucking brain works. He just did the surgery 3 different ways. And then we're asking him questions, and he's explaining why he did it 3 different ways. Right? So there's that kind of thing. Most people would say it's detached. I would say it's hyper attached. Detached is actually not giving a shit. Hyper attached means right, mine.
Yeah.
So that's where I would play and notice. Second place to play, and I think this has been a massive contributor to me. Early on in my career, I got into martial arts and was doing a lot of what people would almost call eyes open meditation. Just standing practices, breathing practices with the eyes open. And I just think that would have contributed as well. Because just learning, I don't have to close my eyes to all that. It's like now. So, great question, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and I mentioned timely. I'm doing some research right now for some up and coming projects that center all around this. Because when someone has to go, right, mood music, candles, incense, close 72 fucking deep breaths, feel the something in my something, I'd rather you just immediately notice the space between your fingers, or the space between the 7 segments of your cervical spine. As soon as you start noticing that, you're still. And it's not that you can just watch her do it.
I did.
just fucking great, right? If she can do that while she's there, yeah. This is good shit, gang.
Oh, good one, Lisa.
So I swear to God, I've made 3 recordings. They're not public things, but I've made 3 recordings on this shit in the past 48 hours. And you're asking about it. You're playing your part.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Cool.
I'll give you a hint. I'll say it right now. The backseat billionaire. Right? There's the sexy way I'm putting this together. Right? That and the monkeys. So stay tuned.
Okay. Very helpful.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we got her attention.
Yeah.
The backseat billionaire and
Yeah, I know. And monkeys.
and his monkeys.
Okay.
All right. Amanda.
And the next question's from Anonymous on Facebook.
Ominous.
Desires versus daydreams. And Anonymous asks, what's the difference between a desire and a daydream?
I've got this desire for her yum today. Right? So I'm imagining her yum.
I have as well.
And she has
that's
as
why
well.
I've already worked out what we're eating.
Exactly, right? So I imagine her yum, and I go to the store and I buy me some fish. And while I'm there, I noticed they've got this lamb.
So we're not having fish. Yes.
We had fish yesterday. Yum. Right? And then today we did. Right?
Right.
That's
Amazing.
she's got the attention span of half a goldfish.
But that was because all I could remember was the asparagus souffle, which I must say
it was absolutely divine.
Delicious.
It was delicious.
Yum. Fresh asparagus that I pureed up.
Oh, you guys
folded
wait.
through the souffle. It was gorgeous.
Oh,
yes.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
All right. Where the hell was I?
So where we are is
desires versus
daydreams.
So I've got these desires. Okay, one of my daily desires I nail before my feet hit the floor. Right, is my experience of her yum, and then we get to discover what lunch is about. So we already knew today's was going to be with the lamb stuff. Didn't know with what. I found out we've got this thing called pumpkin, really cool. Right, so we're going to have pumpkin and collie and just so on and so forth. But I've got this daydream about going back to the Japanese all-you-can-eat place.
Daydream or desire?
What's a daydream?
Right.
I'd enjoy it.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
Yeah. I haven't moved into, like, that's it.
Yeah, got you.
Right? Yeah, but I'd enjoy it. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Right? So we're driving a Corvette. Never driven one, but they look fun. Yeah, it'd be great. On the other hand, I do have this desire to go to the pool today in my car. Right? I know I will because I've nailed that. I've experienced, Montel Williams. This is how we do it, right? And cruising through the roundabout and so on. Right? Just what I do. Right? So a daydream is very definite. A desire is very definite.
Yeah.
A desire locks in and gets focused. A daydream's like, oh, wow. And then I bet they'd have the octopus balls, and I can get see, now watch this. She's actually heading into a desire, right?
Yeah, but I don't know that I want to go to that place again. I really want to go. I love Japanese. I love Japanese food.
All right.
But yes.
See?
Anyway.
So you get to notice some things like daydreams dissipate, desires define. There's a defining experience of you.
I like that. So hang on, I need to remember that so daydreams dissipate.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Desires define.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. There's a defining
moment. That's my strawberry bit. So if I forget
it'd be nice to have a puppy. Wow, we could play ball. Not getting a puppy. On the other hand, especially when it was getting close to us getting puppies, and I was really feeling puppy dad, because it was a daydream for a while. It was a desire, and just no big deal. But whenever like I can remember you coming up and I'm laying on the fucking ground talking to a wiener dog.
Yeah.
Hello, wiener dog. It's like I'm not impressing anyone, right? Except for the wiener dog. Oh, this guy's so cool. So
excellent.
All right, Amanda nailed it. Boom.
Nailed it.
All right.
Oh, good on you. So I can go back and look at Amanda in case I forget.
That's right.
All right, so that was from Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Thank you very much for your question.
Anonymous.
And the last question today is from Stephanie Ann. Stop beating myself up when you need to hook up with Jessie. No.
You know, it's funny.
You
I
could
say,
do it
yeah.
to each other instead.
Oh, wouldn't that be good fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I outsource.
Because then it'd be like, no, I'm not.
See, most people outsource. But
Yes.
continue.
Okay.
All right.
And Stephanie Ann asks, suggestion for when you realise you've created all the situations you don't want, how not to beat yourself up even more, and how to reroute the thoughts that it's always my fault when it really is, since we create reality. Oh, look, good on you for noticing. Don't ever beat yourself up. That's fabulous that you've realised you've done it all to yourself. What?
Oh, hi.
Yes, sorry.
I'm back. That's okay.
Yes.
Cool. Now, here's what's really cool. Ready? So, since creation is finished, right? So faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. Sometimes you're loyal, sometimes you're not, right? And since creation is finished, it makes this really simple because you can go to the buffet, you can put some shit on the plate. If you don't like the shit on the plate, you give it to the person to take it away.
That's true,
So, yeah.
especially at the Japanese.
Yeah.
You just says all you can eat. You just say, oh, no, I don't like that.
I don't like that shit, right? And I'll take it
Yes.
away, right? Now, here's the cool thing. Whenever you get that, creation is finished. And again, this may sound minor, but it's actually quite major. Creation is finished. You pick what goes on your plate, right? So there's this thing called war. Some people go, wow, I must be creating all this war in the faraway place. I must be really at war. I'm aware that there's war. I'm aware that there's been war for 56 years. The entire time I've been alive, there have been wars on this planet. I actually imagine myself into one of them, right? Imagine myself out of it. Some people imagine themselves into endless wars. Right? Now, here's the cool thing. So there's this thing at the buffet. It's called war. It's like the ice chips at the salad bar. I don't put them on my plate. Right? They are where they are for the people that want to eat them. Right? I don't even put much salad on my plate. Do I?
No.
No.
You don't
Right? I'm
into
busy putting
eating what
food.
food eats.
I'm busy putting food on my plate. And that's the cool thing, because whenever you get, hey, if an ice chip makes it off onto your plate, you can kick it off, throw it on the floor. Maybe someone will trip on it. Yeah, somebody's imagined tripping on ice anyway. You might as well play your part. Right?
Yeah.
But whenever you can just, like, literally, I'm looking around like I'm ignoring your question, right? It's like, yeah, right. You know, you get to celebrate, hey, I noticed, and you get to go, yeah, right. Okay. So I imagined up some shit. Have I ever imagined up shit?
Yeah. We do
Oh,
it
yeah,
all the time.
absolutely. Okay, I imagined her potentially finding out about the big box that's coming. Right?
And guess what?
Fortunately,
I've seen who it's from, but I don't know
well,
what's in it.
the print was that big. I should have
Yes.
flipped it upside down.
You should have just not printed it until later.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
You're
right.
a good boy, I know.
Good boy. That's
Yes.
right. So,
Yes.
yeah. Here's the cool thing, right? So you beat yourself up. Of course, you can revise that, all that good stuff. You can notice how it starts. What's the first word you say? Because I notice most arguments like start with something like, "Hey, can I tell you something?" Right? And I say, "I don't know." What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. I mean, can you? Well, no, I'm trying to be serious. So am I. I'm giving you the seriousness you deserve. And then shit, it really hits the fan, right? So you can just notice that first little bit. What's your preamble? Because a lot of people have setups.
Yeah.
So if you notice your setup, you can just singe it. All right, I'm done.
Okay. So that was for Stephanie Ann. Thanks so much for your question.
By the way, you guys that are into the NLP stuff, all right, I'm done. Right, I'm demonstrating something. I'll point out that I'm demonstrating it. All right, I'm done. You can be done.
Slam
Right?
the door.
Yeah,
That's a
slam the door.
Slam the
And you notice what she did? Because this ain't scripted. I say, all right, I'm done. She's, okay, and thanks for watching. She moved on. This is what you'll do when you're done. When you're done, I'm done. She goes, okay, and we'll close the show down. Right? This is the natural order of things. So as soon as you actually get done with something, all right.
Okay.
All right.
So, thank you, Stephanie Ann, again. And tell us, what was your hashtag, Strawberry Bits? And I'm jumping in right now because I can still remember.
Are you sure?
Daydreams dissipate, desires define. And actually, desires then define, because define the state. Do you know what I mean? It's that they define so much that it's like you move into the state of it, I
Yes.
reckon, of having that desire.
I did
Rather
a
than, oh, that'd be nice. And
I did a little crass commercial on today's podcast, and I mentioned manifestingtothemax.com, and I'll mention it here because what happens when you define, ready? My experience of Victoria's Yum. What's defined is not the food. What's defined is me.
yes.
I'm a happy,
It's your
loving
identity. Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
I just define what I am. Right? Who I am is God having the adventure of a lifetime. What I am, the suit that I wear when I experience her yum in the garden. Right? I've also defined the suit she's wearing. Happy, loving garden girl. Right? Happy, loving husband is happy about happy, loving garden girl. That's a defined. A daydream. Wouldn't it be nice if we had some trees? Wouldn't it be nice if we had a puppy? Totally different.
Yeah, right.
Yay! It's like watching the football game or being the football game. So, Amanda, you play with this. Where you're playing right now, this is right up your alley. So, coolio. Glad you made that comment. Nice. So, Victoria.
So that was our hashtag Strawberry Bits. Now, just before we go on any further,
Just before we go on any further, look at it.
sit up a bit, shut off my hat and my pendant.
Yeah, and she needs a longer neck.
No, it's perfect on my belly.
No,
And this is a lovely scarf
Look at my cool hat.
and the gorgeous hat. And these were all gifts from a lovely lady called
Usha.
Usha.
Now,
you
and
very
I'm probably
much for our
mispronouncing
gifts.
your name, and I apologize. I'm really,
Oh, it's
yeah, Siren. So I'm
Oh, I
great at that.
love the way he howls. Oh, it's all right.
There you go.
So, meanwhile, go to easymanifestingmethods.com.
Go there, do that.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That is the rightness. And you guys that have done Triple D and or Remarkable, actually you'd have to do Triple D to do Remarkable previously. If you want a Remarkable 2023, email me. I'll send you the link and some info, and you can ask me anything.
Yeah.
Or you could miss out. Oh my God, imagine that 2023 without being in that Remarkable. Wow.
Thank you, Ego. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That is the rightness.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Love you guys.
Doobie-doo-bop-bop-bop-bop-bop-bop.
Strawberry bits.
Yeah, if you
What's
get
he got?
Jesse, the star.
Hyperfocus and
Stop falling for the better trap. That's good, Jesse. You're getting better at this.
yeah.
Love you, buddy. All right. Where are you at today? Let me know.
Okay.
All right.
See you next week.
Boom.